Good morning and welcome back to the channel. As you saw in the last video, we picked up this beautiful 95 Camaro Z28. It doesn't run. We got it running briefly last night, and Nate's on his way over at some point this morning. I figured I'd get started before him and maybe try and figure some stuff out. I don't know what we're gonna start with, but we don't have any parts. There's a couple things that need to be fixed first. So what I might do is get the battery on charge, because we'll probably be trying to start it a few times. Get that going. I'm gonna start cleaning idle air control, you know, things like that. Mass airflow sensor. There's an engine light on. It's OBD1. I don't have a tester here to mess with that. I think he might be picking one up today to kind of check. There is an engine light on. So we'll definitely see what's happening with that. So yeah, we'll definitely get started and wait for him to come over. So there's another problem. So I think the linkage is off on that door handle. So we'll have to reattach that as well. Also, this was apparently in, someone tried to steal it, I guess, at one point, and the back lock is kind of chewed out, so we can't get in through the back door through here. Have to go in through the inside. Yeah, I mean, it's a project. I really hope this thing just starts right up today or something. Give us a little bit of hope, you know, that this is going to be a long-term thing for him. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, visually, it doesn't look all that bad. A little bouncy. I don't know. We'll see. Now that it's daytime, might be able to have a little better look inside, but the interior looks pretty nice. I mean, we're gonna get to work.
I don't want you busting your hump over my car. That's what I don't want. And sure as shit don't want that while I'm running around doing errands while you're fucking in there by yourself.
Well, you're the one doing errands.
Errands for the car.
All right, we have his battery on charge. There seems to be a disconnect there for the power on the negative. He was messing around with it yesterday, so we're gonna have a look at that. Got my trusty tester here. We're gonna start taking some of this intake off, maybe have a look around. We did find 2 vacuum lines off that run around there. Immediately when I plugged them in, or at least plugged one into something and you blocked the other one, it seemed to start up pretty well right away. Didn't stay running, but it stayed like it started. So either the vacuum line was the cause, or from what I read last night on the way back from Montreal, if you reset the computer, it might put it back in a different cycle and then it'll start. So if I saw him screwing that thing in last night, I don't know if maybe that was reset when we got there, you know, something like that. So we'll see. A lot of unknowns, not a whole lot of information. So anyway, we're gonna get to testing, looking for anything that's obvious that is not connected, possibly that could be causing this. So sure enough, with this piece unscrewed all the way, it severs the connection between the negative, or sorry, the positive here. So he definitely came in here and did something like this while I was standing here. I didn't really get to see what he was doing, but he might have reset the computer while we were there, and that would have possibly allowed it to start. So we'll get to the bottom of it though. That's some information anyway. I'm not sure. I'm 100% sure, so I can't say 100%, but we're getting there. Nate's here, and Emily's over there. So, Nate came by with some parts. We got some nice parts. We got a new coil.
And breakfast.
And breakfast. Thank you, Nate, for breakfast.
Why don't you check out your breakfast?
I will check out my breakfast in 1 second. Right now, we've made a revelation. So, inside this plug for the coil that goes to the Opti spark, I don't know if you can see in there, but it's rotten. On the bottom of this, you can see down in that coil, look at that connector. Ooh! So that's a problem, but not
the problem.
It might be the problem, but I mean, it's pretty corroded. I haven't seen one that bad in a long time. And I've taken apart this intake. We have some luxurious heater, or like dryer vent, 4-inch about, looks like, or maybe 2.5-inch, 3-inch.
Listen, that's pro grade.
This is pro grade. Well, we're gonna have to change that. We're gonna clean this. This is actually a K&N filter, which I knocked out a bunch of bugs and stuff, and we'll clean that. Clean the master flow sensor.
It's never the master flow sensor.
Never?
Never.
Oh, interesting.
Anybody that says otherwise is a liar.
And then we've got this weird phallic device. So there's also, only thing left is some extra vacuum hoses. We don't know where they go, so that might be an issue. Maybe not. We're gonna have to Google some stuff. And then we got some oily blow by in there, so we ordered this part and that and a couple things extra, just a, you know, peace of mind. But we're gonna change that coil out. We need to figure out how to get that wire cleaned out so we can test it. Battery charger's still charging, and now it's time for breakfast. What'd you bring us, Nate?
Well, I know one thing. Milkshakes go perfectly with egg McMuffins.
Ooh.
An egg McMuffin with triple meat.
Triple meat?
Triple meat, bacon, sausage, and ham.
And ham.
Delicious.
Oh, I hate ham.
Come on.
Just kidding. But I'm really stoked about this milkshake right now. Prepare for the farts.
I was. There you go.
Coil changed, wire fixed, and let's see. I'm ready.
All hopes dashed.
Okay, go ahead. Idle jumped to what? It just died?
It jumped and then dropped. And the air.
Like, where do the lights in the dash go?
Up to temperature.
What is that? Oh, the ABS module. Can we try what? Blowing into it like a Nintendo game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are we at now?
I don't know, I think it's this piece of junk.
Yeah. So we've tried basically everything. If you can't tell, it's been like another day or two because we're just going crazy. So we were able to fix the driver's door. The driver's door handle was repaired. In the meantime, while we were messing with this, we're having some strange things go on. The air pump, the fuel injectors, and the tach, and what else? That's it?
What's that?
3 things are activating at the same time, glitching, coming on and off while the car's not even running. Keys on, just glitchy, weird stuff. So with that in mind, we did notice there was some wiring that was messed with back here. We reconnected wires that were of similar color, and we noticed this power wire here that has no insulation on it. Maybe that touched something up inside the fuse panel. Maybe someone moved it over to get it out of the way and arced it across here. We are leading back to possibly PCM issue or malfunction. The grounds are good. We just tested those. Something is telling these to turn on and off around the same time, all 3. So
They're also all controlled by the same plug to the ECU.
that's right. On the red plug to the ECU, they are all on that same bank. So something in that, either in that harness or something. So we checked the harness. Actually, it looks fine. We've tested some body grounds. They're okay. So yeah, we're looking for someone who is going to flash the computer or test it and possibly see if it is good or not. So we're gonna try that tomorrow because it's now 7 o'clock, no, 8 o'clock in the evening, and dealership is closed. So possibly a dealership item to be scanned. Failing that, a new computer will be purchased inexpensively from our friends at Rock Auto. If Rock Auto is watching and they want to sponsor this build, please send us a computer. It's a $300 upgrade. 200? 300 with the core.
300 with a $170 core charge.
Eesh. And then we need it scanned after that, or at least
Flashed.
Yep. You can't like make a USB and plug it into the computer?
I don't think that this has a USB plug on it.
No USBs in this car. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, at least if that gets ordered, we can work on this door. Needs a new regulator motor slash whatever. There's a wiring harness missing in the back here for the latch. It does work. I did test it with 12 volts, so we can open the back door. The lock cylinder has been mushed, so we'll probably leave that alone so no one breaks into the car. We did drill a hole in the floor yesterday because there was a nice puddle in the back on the driver's side.
You drilled that hole.
Yeah, we did. This is collective agreement here.
Feeling cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic. We do need to find one in a junkyard or someone parting out some pieces. We have some interior that needs to be refreshed or redone.
Leather seats would be great.
Leather seats would be great. If you know anyone who is in the Ottawa area with some leather seats, they want to donate or sell it very inexpensively, please reach out and we'll help you. We'll help you do something in lieu of seats. That being said, the Corvette is now on hold because of this, so you can blame this guy.
Blame that?
What, that? That? Don't ever blame that. Oh, I did get this fun thing at the dealership today though, an auto detailing kit. That was nice. The Jeep went in for some paint correction surveying today. There's some bubbling on the doors, as a lot of 2018s have apparently. This is the 10th one they've had in the last month, so that's a bit of a process. But anyway, back to this. We're optimistic. We have some pieces coming. Idle air control, ICM. We've got all kinds of stuff. We're avoiding the OptiSpark. The reason for that is when it does run for the 10 minutes it does run, it runs beautifully for 10 minutes. So the OptiSpark might need to be changed at some point, maybe sooner than later.
Maybe it's still the OptiSpark.
Yeah.
The OptiSpark's not making the injectors fire when the key is open.
Correct. There's some glitching happening. I'm thinking there was a short circuit somewhere, possibly fried the computer. In a previous car I had two computers running. I'd put a 3.8 supercharged GM motor in a 94 Cutlass. I had two computers running, one for the body, one for the engine, and I hit a bump and it caught fire. It never ran the same after that. So I don't doubt this might be a computer issue.
You didn't touch the wiring harness on this one though.
Me? No. I also set the Corvette on fire. Did I tell you?
No.
I didn't? You don't watch my videos, do you?
I didn't watch that one.
Haha. You see? True fans watch that video. True fans, like you guys, watch that video.
Come on, I watch them in bulk.
You watch them in bulk. Yeah, well, they're not memorable, I guess. Should we give them a small update on the Corvette?
Please.
Sure. Okay. So a small update on the Corvette. Very small. I got a new door from a gentleman named Robin. He lives out in Cornwall, Ontario. I took my old door off. He wanted the old door to replace to put on his car. He's parting out a C4. If anybody needs some parts, hit him up. Or hit me up, I'll hit him up, whatever. The issue with my last door, as I might have said, was the metal frame that runs on behind here was rotten behind the mirror. Very surprised it was still on, but this one is beautiful condition inside. So we're gonna refurbish that, sand this down. There's a little bit of paint chipping. The paint under here is also very glossy. The old car used to be red. It looks like they didn't even sand the car before they painted it. Shoddy workmanship. So I'm gonna clean all this. This is where I'm gonna focus now. I'll put this door on here. Suspension needs to happen. I got the welder working. I finished up that little mount there. We're gonna make a few changes to that. I have to repaint the headers because I messed those up, and then lubricate some stuff, put it back together. But yeah, every time I look at this thing, I'm like, oh no, what did I do? Took too many things apart at one time. But yeah, suspension needs to happen for sure, so I can at least put it on the ground and I can put the engine back together. Also in October, I've been waiting since July for a radiator and a timing cover from Summit Racing. July. It's coming in October. Summit Racing only ships from one warehouse to Canada.
And the warehouse is what, Taiwan?
The warehouse is somewhere out west in the States somewhere. So whatever warehouse holds that part has to be shipped to that warehouse, then sent over here because the availability is, anyway, this is what the guy told me on the phone.
Coming by horse and carriage?
Either that or Stark. Anyway, not much going on here, as you can see.
Delivered by a GM.
Yep. I am starting to forget how this stuff goes back together. So
Oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna have to start. Luckily I have labeled bags and whatnot over there.
Have you figured out all that?
This? Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it in half. Like 4 of those plugs I'm gonna use. The rest of it just gets shoved up underneath. Yeah, we have more parts coming. We're gonna wait for those to come in, but I think that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And anything you want to say to the viewers? No? That's all I got.
Like or unsubscribe.
Subscribe.
Oh. Comment. Anyways.
Links will be in the description below for his Grindr account. Have a good one.